Risk Gaming, Alceister.
And yeah, I'm really excited to see what these two players bring to the table. PengWin, last time we saw him, or I think the time before that maybe, was super aggressive because he had to catch a plane, and I don't think we've seen any actual. I don't think we've seen any ZVT from him. I'm not sure though. I'm trying to remember. I think he's just played a lot of ZVZ and a couple of ZVPs. I'm going to see if I can find the bracket, but yeah, I don't know. Have you been following Challenger League closely?
Yeah, I haven't got to as much, but yeah. That is true. That is why I lost. But I haven't been able to do as much as I have in the previous seasons. Last 2 seasons I watched everything, but this time I haven't been able to. Yeah.
He has played 2 TVZs actually. Okay. One against Lullaby and one against Soldier Victus, which he lost 0-2 and won 2-0 respectively. So yeah, I don't know. Either way, opening up pretty normally. PengWin going for the hatch pool, 15 hatch, 16 pool, and Alceister going for the Reaper opening. So far from all the weird ZVZ permutations that we saw earlier on, this is all looking very, very normal. I feel comfortable.
Definitely. Yeah, he did go out for the drone scout there. I've got to think in PengWin's position, he'd want to just make sure that nothing too cheesy was happening or anything. Mm-hmm. Although there is a bunker going up on the high ground here. Obviously anticipating a Reaper, which is flying across the map towards that location. This Overlord should be able to spot that, and we'll see what his reaction is. It's almost done. I'm not sure if we could stop it at the moment anyway. But it's not like directly in range of anything, but still it can
second bunker.
Annoying. Yeah.
That is interesting. Yeah, and 3 Reapers going to come out of Alceister, which I think is the right choice once you've seen that you've got a bunker down.
Keep going.
Like 3 Reapers is definitely worth it. With 3 Reapers, you can start actually threatening the hatch rate. And I think he just built that bunker up there because he had the opportunity, and then he's building the one on the low ground because, I mean, why not? Though actually, with 2 SCVs down here, that's kind of a big commitment. He's going to finish this bunker, but there's no way he's going to be able to repair it. The SCV didn't quite manage to get into the bunker. And yeah, now there's 2 Reapers there. They can actually start chipping away at that hatchery little by little. And the bunker up here gives high ground vision. So the Reapers on the low ground are actually going to be able to kill the Zerglings. Though the Queen, they're going to hop up there and start threatening the Queen up there. And they can hop between these bunkers pretty much endlessly. But with no SCV, that one is going to fall eventually. No salvage either, which is actually quite a big deal. This early in the game, losing those 75 minerals can kind of hurt. Without the
3 Reapers in there, they're going to take the Queen out quite easily.
Yeah, and they forced so many Lings out of PengWin. He really didn't want to. There's like 10 more Lings on the way, which he kind of didn't need. And the 3 Reapers get out of the bunker even. This one isn't even going to get out. They're going to have to dance around a little bit, though, to avoid the Queens. It's healed up a bit. But there's no focus fire there, but they do jump down onto the Lings. But they all get out.
Wow. Yeah, they do escape here. That was a tough one to do. Yeah, they're going to hunt them down at this point.
Yeah, they're not getting away.
No. You ain't going. Well, they could hop on this cliff.
That's true. They could have hopped on the cliffs, but it's a bit late for that now. I'm not sure he's going to get all of them.
Oh, he's trying to get straight for the bunker.
Gets one. Any of them? He gets one.
He got one. He got one.
Actually, he's going to get them now. And they collapse straight onto as soon as the bunker is down. Actually, now Alceister's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to have... there's a Widow Mine's not Hellion. So, yeah, he's gonna have to force a lift at this low ground location. He's going to take down the bunker. He's going to take down the supply depot. And now PengWin can do a pretty nice little contain. There's a Widow Mine up the top of that ramp, which PengWin might actually run into. Depends on whether... Oh, dear. This could turn out really bad for PengWin. I think he saw that there was a Widow Mine out there. He's going to send Lings off to detonate that. And then this is a lot of Banelings. And Alceister, did he see the banelings morphing in? He's making a double
I think
wall.
he just knows. Like, yeah, you can tell by the way that he's putting this together. There's a Widowmine going in the middle too. Will that go off? Nice hit on that, but he does let the door open. But there's not a ton left anymore. More coming streaming in though.
Yeah, with the reinforcing links. He gets a good surround on these SCVs, but nothing to really deal with those marines up there. Although PengWin, sneaky deaky.
Notice the pull off. He does notice it.
Did see. Yeah, so he's going to take these out before they even get to morph. And see, I think PengWin did enough damage with that. Actually, he killed 12 SCVs.
Yeah,
that's more SCVs than I thought went down there. So
there were 10 there. And then there were the ones over in his base.
Oh yeah,
that he voluntarily gave him. So
that's true. Yeah. That's true. But now it's Alceister's turn to put on the pressure. Drop's going to move out. Was it 2 Widowmines and a couple Marines? 2 Widowmines, 4 Marines, and this could do some damage. PengWin did, of course, lose a queen or 2 to that Reaper pressure, so he's only on 3 queens. Ideally, he wants to be on about 4 at this stage, but he's just finished a queen up, so he's on 4 queens now. But still no detection. But the spore crawls are coming up, so how are the Benigns going to hit? They're going to get a drone. Oh, actually, nice on Burrow. Means they're going to get some good shots on Ling. I have no idea how good my targeting works.
Yeah, it is quite kind of strange. He gets 6 kills on one of those, but no Lings. So, not awesome, but I mean, okay.
Yeah, and especially since he lost the Widowmines, it's not the best. I think that's still technically cost efficient, but I don't know, for six Lings for... I don't know. Either way.
It's a weird way. It's gas for minerals, but...
Yeah. The more important thing is just keeping that Widowmine count low, because of course for Alceister the Widowmine count is limited by production cycles, whereas for PengWin, Ling count is much more limited by econ. There's production is really not the limit for Zerg, it's just the econ because of how lava work. And PengWin's actually going for a 2-base Spire. So he didn't put that down well. That's still no. No. So Alceister doesn't know, and
we've got this late Banshee cloak follow-up here at 11:45. We're going to have those on the way. Obviously, Mutas would be a pretty good shutdown to that. It's kind of weird to me as a decision. He knows for a fact there's a spore there already. He knows, I mean, it's pretty late. You know that detection is available.
Yeah.
So, Banshee itself... I kind of understand more, but the cloak, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he knows there's a drop coming into the main, just on the bottom left, but it looks like it's going to be cleaned up without too much trouble. And
another
the
drop.
The
Banshee coming natural.
Yep, it's a little close to that spore crawler, but yeah, it's going to get a bit of damage done. But now PengWin can start his Mutas and then just kill the Banshee. He's got enough for about 10 Mutas, and Alceister back at home doesn't really have much in the way of anti-air. The Banshee goes down as well. How many Mutas does PengWin make? Just 3 at the minute. It seems like a very low number for sacrificing so much in terms of upgrades and third base to get fast Mutas. I mean,
and he can afford a lot more of it too. He's got 700, 800. Okay, there come more. To 7 more.
I think he was just limited by his lava. He just had the lava, but now they popped a few Mutalisks on the way. Still, that makes his Mutalist about 30 seconds later to wait for these extra 3 Mutalisks, and this is looking much more like it now. But did Alceister see that, or is he just building blind missile turrets? I don't know. Either way, Alceister's building some missile turrets up now. He's getting a much healthier Marine count, and he's got stim on them. He's got more Widowmines, so he should be okay holding this off. Aklon Waste is a pretty good map to hold off drops and missile turrets, but just Mutalist, just because of the way these 2 missile turrets for Alceister pretty much cover both his mineral lines from any kind of serious harass. The 2 refineries vulnerable, but nice pick up on the Hellions. Good target fire there.
Yeah, it does just bounce the meters back on out. He's got the Overlord in place at the 3rd base, so he's perfectly aware nothing's being taken there. It is, he does see it. Does pull away at the last minute to avoid the widows. Takes a shot, but not deadly.
Yeah, and that's worth it because he has 23 banelings just morphed up. PengWin has more and more lings. Oh my god, there's so many banelings here. When he busts through, there's just not going to be enough lings, I feel, almost to threaten the Marines. I don't know, that Widowmine's going to be up again, and if PengWin mistimes it, if he doesn't realise when that Widowmine comes up, he could be in for a whole world of hurt. But here come the banelings. No. Okay, he's going to send just a few of them in first. Is it going to proc? It's not going to proc the Widowmine.
Trying to...
No!
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, okay. The Widowmine went off, but a lot of the Banes have already gone down. But now, how many Marines does Alceister have? Is it enough to hold off this Ling Mutaforce? The Mutalists are targetifying down the Meadowax, but a Thor's out already. The Thor's going to be so good against all these Mutalisks, and with the Marines as well. I feel like this was a big commitment by PengWin for really very little gain.
Yeah, he does have just the mutas alive. The Thor really is a game changer here. That it just zones out so well, but the Widowmines themselves are gone. Yeah, there he takes another shot as he tries to come on in. Does force out a little bit of a stim, and given that he took out a couple medevacs, that could play a role, but another big Baneling morphin.
Yeah, PengWin is being so aggressive with this, and I mean, he's got enough Banelings here to just kill the Thor, and I'm wondering if that's what he's going for or something.
Yeah, it's almost like a complete overwhelm. There's maybe a few more lings this time around.
I think this is going to have to be his last push, and the Banelings are just going to crash into that Thor, kill it all, and possibly even worth it given there are a ton of Marines around it as well. And Banes keep on going. Oh, excellent Baning hits, but PengWin's hit Banes have been so good. I think Alceister's actually a mech turn usually. I recall them having some. Hello, and welcome to Game 2 on Overgrowth. The first player up in the top right-hand corner playing is the blue turn and currently down 1-0. It is from Team CF.
Risk Gaming, Alceister.
And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, a pink Zerg player who is most commonly found in the Antarctic, but can be also found in some spots of South America. He is...
My Insanity, PengWin.
I think I'm thinking of something else. Pool is almost done there. Yeah, wondering if he was actually trying to put down a third hatch or whether that was just looking around for proxies. He's obviously not going back there, so...
Yeah, I think it was a bit late for any proxies, but maybe he's just trying to mislead Alceister. Always a possibility, but either way, Alceister going pretty heavy into the gas now. I guess he's getting it a little later, but just getting double. So,
yeah.
I don't know, what does this suggest to you?
It's not super normal. Like, he's kind of, it is late to get it. He hasn't really tipped off any particular tech or anything yet. He's still making Marines out. And yet it still even starts another one. So, no add-on yet. I guess it's got to be a factory that he's going into the mech, but we'll see. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, there's the factory.
Yeah. Or else you would have got the reactor already. Yeah. And there's it is now. Yeah.
Yeah, so all sorts of things we could see from this. You could just go into really fast Banshees. Could go into... Ooh, PengWin accidentally sent 2 drones to build his hatchery, so one of them cancelled the other, and now they're just having a little, like, I don't know, cuddle or something.
Nice.
But yeah, Alceister could go into more factories in a mech style. He could go into just regular Hellion play, just with a marine opener rather than the Reapers. He could go into Hellbat all in. There's all sorts of things he could do, and I don't know. There's a lot of options. But right now, PengWin's a little supply block, just finishing up now, and
I think it will be Banshee based on this.
Yeah, he's just started mining his first few gases, so pretty
takes
greedy
all 4 at once.
Yeah.
And based on the position here, so he's getting an armory down already. Mm-hmm. He's getting a tech lab on this barracks, and then the starport right next to it. So he probably is going to swap that out and get the cloak going, or at least the Banshee going. Yeah, there's the liftoff. So should be better to see him in his more comfortable area of the mech, like you said. Let's see him play his actual game, and when he can get down with it.
Yeah, with these Hellions, moving them out just to Dalnaga Watchtower before bring up the other 2, and he should move onwards with these. 4 Hellions is, like, if you move out with, Terrans move out with 2 Hellions, generally they're just looking to get scouting done. There's no chance of them doing any damage or running into the main or anything with 2 Hellions. But with 4, a bit more threatening, you can start taking a lot fewer hits to kill workers and all that sort of stuff. Banshee's coming out as well, and Armory researching +1 weapons. At the minute, Alceister's just sitting back with Hellions, not getting any kind of harass on the 3rd, but I imagine he's going to build the Hellion count up a bit, and then with either with his Banshee or with his 2nd Banshee, move on up and pressure with Hellbats. But PengWin already has Roaches. He's gone straight for them, actually. I think he even skipped Link Speed. Skipping Link Speed, cutting that out entirely, which is actually going to turn out to be a really good decision. And now Alceister moves towards with his Hellions. He's going to try and get on top of this Queen, and he's going to manage it, surrounds it, kills that off, and now he morphs up into those Hellbats. Much, much scarier. Yeah,
he may just be able to straight up kill off this 3rd base. So in fact, not may. He's going to do that. I don't think he's even going to be contested in it.
No. He actually killed off a Cocoon.
Yeah,
doing that just with the splash damage.
He'll get a 2nd one there too. Oh, that was actually cancelled. Well done. And Roaches. There's actually enough Hellbats here. They're not the best against Roaches, but they kind of still are. Nice transfuse to save the Queen. Cloak is now down, but an Overseer is right next to it. But the anti-air is gone.
Yeah, and now those Hellions, those Banshees rule the sky and the ground. And Hellbats, they're better than Roaches in terms of just straight up stats. They've got slightly less health, but they do more damage and have the same fire rate. But the big thing is they've got much less range, and the Roaches, especially once they've got Roach speed and on creep, are a little bit faster, so they can essentially kite them forever. And that's the big reason why you use Roaches against Hellbats, is because of the kiting potential rather than just you can leave them there and A-move them.
Sure.
By the way, Alceister's getting up a few more factories and looking a lot more comfortable. Here, he's the one being the aggressor. He's the one making some pushes, making PengWin take losses and such. Now he's going to move out and take this 3rd base. The normal location for a 3rd base is up in the sort of top middle leftish, but when you're going with mech, this is a much more conventional 3rd base to take, and he's actually going to make it into a planetary, but it's not finished yet, and PengWin is moving forward to try and deny it. But Alceister does have enough Banshees that he should be able to stop that, especially with the SCVs repairing it. And Sniping Missile Turret and the Roaches just disengage. And with that 3rd base, because it's a little bit more forwards towards your opponent. Oh, hold on. PengWin's running his Roaches blast, and he's going to take out this Thor straight away. The repair's going to go down, but not enough. Take out a couple of Hellbats as well, and then get to work on the SCVs. And yeah, he should take out a couple of SCVs. So I'm not sure if it was worth it for the roaches, but I mean, the Thors are expensive units. For terms of gas, probably worth it, especially with the fact that that provided a distraction for the roaches to run back into the third base. And this is absolutely what playing against mech is all about. Just trading these little trades, probably a little bit inefficiently, but stopping your opponent from reaching that terrifying maxed mech army. And yeah, with that mech army, he can use the forward position of that third base to control the watchtower to slowly push across the map and deny any more than 3 or 4 bases for the Zerg.
Yeah, for sure. Another Thor is coming out to join. Hellbat's still under production. And yeah, just mixing in the tanks, Thor's, Hellbats. He has stopped Banshee production, but there are still 3 alive, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
They just do so much DPS. And it's just not something Zerg usually counters with the army they have with them. Queen goes down there immediately, and he may just once again get this third base as the tanks siege up. And that just falls so fast.
Yeah, it just goes right down, and PengWin still really doesn't have an answer to this army. A few roaches and hydras coming out are going to be better. But he's got an infestation pit which is currently doing nothing for him. He's not getting infestors or hive. I think he's going to go for the hive to get vipers, but hold on, PengWin moves forward, snipes 1 tank, snipes 2 tanks, and he's getting right on top of this Hellbats. From the Hellbats get the maximum splash damage, but the Roach Hydra is strong enough to push it back to kill it all off. And if he kills this barracks, then Alceister is going to have to build another barracks if he wants any more factories, but he's actually already got 5, so I don't know how many more factories you really need. Oh, Enduring Locust as well come out, yeah, PengWin, so we can see an exciting old Stormhost game.
Yeah, very, very exciting indeed. What time did you say it was there?
It's currently 8 a.m.
Because, all right, well...
I was going to go and see The Hobbit with my family today, but I think I might oversleep. That's at 7:30 p.m.
That plan has been cancelled by Enduring Locusts. So we'll see what does come out of this. But that definitely puts the pause button on a lot of this. We've got this little Roach Hydra army, though, going in for a bit of a run-by.
Yeah, Alceister actually having to unsiege his tanks, and the Roach Hydra army is going to break down some of these depots. Run back with these Roach Hydras. I imagine they can try and circle back around into the third, and I don't know. See, it's so long to go all the way around to the third that even if he did, Alceister should be able to just run back towards that third again. But whatever it is, it's brought time for PengWin to get these swarm hosts up, and his creep spread is pretty good. It's okay, so he can plant those swarm hosts on the edge of that creep and start sieging towards this planetary fortress at the third base. On the other hand, Alceister looks like he's going to try and take his fourth even, his conventional third location. Or maybe he's just cleaning up that overlord. Who knows?
Both are good.
Both,
15 swarm hosts making their way out. Also getting the Spire behind us. Yeah.
Corvid reactor, the Raven NG upgrade.
This is interesting as the Terran tries to move in. The Locusts, of course, spawning rate. Here, Splash going off on a few things.
Yeah, losing a couple Locusts to those Splash, as well as a lot of that Roach Hydra, and that is a ton of tanks.
Yeah.
Not a critical enough number of Ravens to really stop the Locusts doing any damage, but I think enough siege tanks to make sure they don't actually even get close. But he needs to siege up, otherwise they'll wear down a couple of Hellbats, but they're still it's still going to be another few seconds until the Locusts spawn, and I think that's enough time for Alceister to bunny hop forwards, run forwards with the Thors and kill this space off. But PengWin's actually going to run out behind and try and catch off these tanks, running on top of them from one side while the Locust going from the other. He kills off one of the tanks. Only one of the tanks though, and he lost a lot of roaches doing that.
That was definitely not worth it. I know what he was trying to do there. But Alceister very smartly pulling the bottom half of his army back so that nothing would die while that was happening. And now he's just got full control here.
Yeah, all that has died to these swarm hosts so far, I think, has just been Hellbats, which I mean, sure, it's a cost-efficient trade for the swarm hosts, but that's not the big picture here. The big picture is PengWin's had a base taken out. Alceister is expanding to go up to 5 bases, 5 base mech against 3 base Zergers. A horrendous position for the Zerg player, to be completely honest. The Roach Hydra is going to do pretty nicely at cutting off some of these reinforcements, which will really help in the Locust wearing these down. But this sort of big siege tank turtle position is not where PengWin wants it to be. PengWin wants this to be happening at Alceister's 3rd base, and at the minute it's happening his natural, basically, and now he's moved forward. Alceister's going to siege tank volley all over these Locusts. They're all going to go down. The swarm hosts are very, very vulnerable. But the Roach Hydra coming back actually has cut out a lot of the tanking for these siege tanks. But they're still going to lose a lot of swarm hosts here. And Alceister's getting towards a position where he can actually remax much, much more happily. Yeah. And yeah, GG. Okay, here we are then on Zelnag Caverns, and our first player down the bottom left-hand corner, showing a much more comfortable style in the last game. Will he bring out in this one is our Red Terran player,
Risk Gaming Alceister.
And up in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have our Pink Zerg player, who is looking to advance through this series and is trapping an SCV. He is from Team MYI.
My Insanity PengWin.
Yeah, he's actually the captain of My
Insanity. Yeah, captain of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think he was playing in... Was he playing in Prime last season?
I think so. Was he? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think
so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
so...
well, we won't mention that. But, yes, he's literally... He is the in control of MYI. I mean, so. Captain.
I mean, they fulfill the same role.
Yeah, they do.
So,
they do.
Yeah. I think in control is actually better than PengWin, though. Don't tell him I said that.
Probably. Well, yeah.
Probably. Like, in control's Grandmaster, I don't think...
Yeah.
PengWin might have been Grandmaster, but I'm pretty sure he's Master at the minute. Either way...
I feel like he was, but yeah, I'm not sure if he is. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think... Either way, I don't think it's certainly not as consistent as in control. But yeah, Alceister's going for, so far, the same thing he did last game. Getting up those double gases now, started with the racks into an expand, but it's a much more difficult map to do it on Zelnag Caverns, that is, because there isn't a ramp, there isn't a choke even into a natural. Or more accurately, there are 3, and 2 of them are enormous.
Yeah, that's exactly the case. It's really hard to hold anything off. You're just very, very vulnerable early on.
Mm-hmm.
He is going, for the factory there, and a reactor coming up on this barracks for the inevitable switch out.
Yep.
Not sure about a Banshee on this map, though, whether he's going to go for that. It's kind of a little harder in some ways. That there's, I don't know, there's more land or something, and harder to get a Banshee in and out.
Yeah. Also, I feel like those factories are much faster than...
Yeah, it's double factory here, so yeah, definitely not.
Oh, okay. He's all right. I misread the thing. When I saw the factory coming up, I thought it had already finished, and he was adding on 2 more. He's just adding one. So I think this is going to be a blue flame all-in. Actually, I don't know with that starport.
I see that. Yeah, he's got the starport there. I think he may go for the Hellbat style again, but maybe blue flame Hellbat, something like that.
I would have thought, though, that the money for the starport would have gone into an armory if he was going for that, but who knows? Either way, he's got those. He got those out. Blue flame is on the way, much faster, and PengWin doesn't seem to be. To my opinion, he's not playing to Zelnaga's strengths, which is Zerg already having attacked. But I don't know. We'll see what he goes for. He's got his lair coming up, and he has got plenty of gas, so we could see a 2-base Mutalisk. which can be pretty strong. I think we saw a game in Zelnug Caverns earlier where, because of the short distance between the bases, the Zo player would be sending his Muclis away to do damage to a Terran production even. And then as soon as Terran was moving forwards and threatening engagement, the Muclis would come back and they'd be there in like 15 seconds just because Zelnug was so small. I mean, look at the size of creep tumors on the minimap.
Yeah, definitely. This one often not mentioned for how small it is, but it's only a little bit bigger than Steps of War. Like it's a really small one.
Yeah, the rush distance is a lot longer because of the map layout, but
yeah, exactly.
In terms of map size, it's tiny.
It's not big at all.
Oh no.
Yeah, Queen's aggressively spreading the crate.
Yeah, it looks like PengWin's plan is making itself known, pumping out a ton of roaches. I think we're going to be seeing a 2-base 1-1 roach push. But I don't know, how well do you think Alceister holds this? He's got a siege tank. He's probably going to have at least 2, maybe 3 by the time PengWin hits. And he sees that the roaches are on the way as well. The banshees are going to help out enormously. So how do you see this going, PengWin?
I guess it depends a little bit on how much PengWin commits to it, because behind this, he's obviously posturing to take more bases. And so as much as I think that Alceister's going to hold everything here, I don't know whether he's got counterpunch in him either. So, yeah. So he may just kind of do the attack, get the gold base secured behind it, and still be okay. And then by that time, he's going to have creep at the natural of the Terran player. So here he does come in now, and yeah, I got to imagine this just gets fairly easily repelled.
Probably. There's the siege tanks up, and yeah, with the Hellbat sort of pushing those roaches out, tons of splash damage raining down on these. A third siege tank comes in and just boom, bang, boom. All of those roaches get cleaned up. A couple do run away to see another day, but I mean, yeah, just really not that efficient, just trading against Hellbats. Enduring Locust once again on the way. And the nice thing about Zelnaga is you can basically siege up your swarm hosts at the third base at the gold, and then push into the Terran's natural. So that's pretty horrific.
Yeah, pretty much. So I think as long as he doesn't like basically die to this push, then he should be okay once his swarm hosts get up. But this is a number of tanks, and he's in this position. But yeah, here come roaches right on top of them. The Hellbats aren't there anymore.
Yeah, transfusion.
He's doing okay so far, but yeah, but he'll get driven off in due time.
Yeah, and this crushing this army, because that was a really good engagement for PengWin. He's still got a decent army left over. Crushing this gives him the chance to start getting up his swarm host count and start spreading the creep out and really extending the range of those swarm hosts so they actually are punching at the natural of PengWin.
Yeah, it's the type of thing like Terran obviously against swarm hosts will tend to just try and take the map or take a lot of bases and get up to things like ravens and like crazy mech armies. Well, I can't really do that on like 2 bases, and he's not really going to be able to take like 4 or 5.
Yeah, no.
So it really is strange just because of the map. He's going to try and get something done at the gold here again.
Yeah, he should probably take this out. PengWin hasn't really managed to get his swarms into position yet. Does get one of them away from that third base though. So yeah, that falls. There's a lot of SCVs with this to repair as well. And Alceister's just going to pick this up, be happy enough with that pickoff, and I guess he's going to go home. Yeah, with this Locust hot on his heels, he does back out. And yeah, that actually goes back now for PengWin, which is that's kind of a painful loss, but he's got those swarm hosts up now. He can start pushing forwards with them. start trying to get control of this watchtower as well. But Alceister is taking his own third base on the gold.
Yeah, he is trying to get that up. I'm not sure how long for this world it's going to be, though. The locusts get here so quickly.
Mm-hmm. God, that's horrendous.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, that's just kind of the way this is. And then here they come, locusts against this mech army, driving it back off the crate. There's no, there's one tank, I guess, here. And roaches right on top of things. And I think you're going to have just kind of the roaches riding one side while the locusts come in the other.
Yeah.
And do that over and over until you kind of shove them out.
Yeah, there's locusts going to come in. They're going to just chip away at those units. There isn't enough Raven energy, enough Ravens to really do the PDDs all the time now. Ooh, they do take a few hits from these Banshees, though, and he's going to lose 2 Swarm Hosts here. Maybe even 3. The Transfusers, Penguin. There's the Transfusers. But, yeah, these Banshees, I'm pretty sure they 2-shot Queens, so Penguin would have to be really on point with his Transfusers. But he is, and does drive those away. Maybe some Hydralists, or... Oh, he's got some Hydralists. Okay, that's cool. Never mind.
And I'll swing to the other side here where he's got the watchtower and he's got creep. Could potentially put some spores down on that side as well. And he's coming here directly against the tank, trying to keep that number down.
I'd kind of like to see him move command and then hold position into the middle line, because the friendly fire, the friendly fire would be horrendous, as well as the fact that Locust with their short range would likely prioritize the SCVs. Though with the Planetary Fortress finish now, they're going to be tanking that mostly, which isn't going to be... I mean, it's not going to be the most efficient thing for Penguin, but also still going to be stuff he's getting for free, so it's basically okay. And there we go, they're moving forwards, and Penguin's going to move his main army forwards with this a little bit as well. Careful, Swarm Host. There we go. Keeps under control. And yeah, just pushing forwards with those Swarm Hosts, wave after wave, keeping on piling out that damage. And yeah, Alceister has to come back to repair, which is money being spent. On the other hand, around the other side of the map, these Marines are trying to trade themselves off. Penguin's army, it's on creep, he can relocate in a pretty mobile fashion, and whilst continuing to pressure with those Swarm Hosts. Ooh. Seeker Missile goes on, but doesn't actually kill a Swarm Host. That one's going to have to retreat, though. These Banshees are being really, really annoying. Quite a few kills between them. Yeah,
that air gap that's right in the middle of the map is quite interesting for this sort of thing. It makes me want to put a Swarm Host, or not, a Tempest right in the middle.
Yeah,
see what happens.
Probably nothing good for your opponent anyway. By the way, I'm sure you can do the same thing with Broodlords.
Yeah.
Penguin's going to move forwards again. There's a point defense stone had a little bit of energy, but he's just going to keep on getting those tiny bits of damage, chipping away. And yeah, Alceister now has enough tanks that he can deal with these Swarm Hosts pretty well. I'd kind of like to see Penguin move towards a big Muta switch, because at the minute Alceister's got 3 Thors, which is not... he's got a lot of Widow Mines as well, though. I don't know. Wow, double Spire. So real. There's an Overlord blocking Alceister's 4th from landing.
Yeah. And I think this is really the key here. Like I said, so his main's basically mined out. His natural's really almost mined out already. Gold base goes pretty damn quick. He's got to just prevent 4th and 5th from going. The mech moving on in here, trying to make something happen. The locusts are getting in the face of everything.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of siege tanks left over, not to mention the Banshees. Oh, there are a lot of those Banshees
coming again.
Locusts do come in again. The Locusts are pretty good on Thors, less good on siege tanks, and not quite going to get that one. It's going to be healed up quite a lot before it finishes off. But once again, he's broken his 3rd base location. Again, the map's very, very short. It only takes one small jump forwards by Alceister that Penguin doesn't notice for for Alceister to get this big commanding position that he has. And those Widow Mines are just taunting me, looking like they're going to go off on locusts and blow up the ravens and such, but not quite doing it. And I feel like PengWin really needs the blinding clouds, the Vipers, to that clump of tanks. 6 tanks with 1 blinding cloud. Oh, yeah, that would be beautiful. It'd be the best thing.
And we've got this 4th base still hasn't landed due to the creep that's there. He's got a 5th, but that's got to float right out over a bunch of creep. And the Hydras are actually going to divert. What are they doing here? They're just going to come into the planetary, but there are still tanks there. And then he's going to try and float a 6-1 right off to the other side. So he's just decided to simultaneously take every other base.
Yeah, and if Alceister can even mine with like mules from some of these side bases, that's going to be quite important, because not only is it minerals he has, it's minerals that PengWin won't have, which is going to be really important if the game goes late at all. When all the bases on the map are mined out, it becomes much more about stopping your opponent from having bases than having bases yourself. And now PengWin's going into the mute switch, but Alceister has a ton of Vikings. He's got 3 Thors.
Yeah, there's 12 Vikings out.
I don't think these 12 mutalists are going to really be able to do much.
And with
they might force Alceister to come home, though.
A really big key to this entire game is him being at this watchtower. That's going to give him basically an extra shot on every locust coming in, because he can see the full distance. It's giving him almost complete control over the gold base, both of them. And it's protecting this space on the right-hand side almost entirely.
Yeah, it is. The left-hand base has been spotted by PengWin.
Yeah, that's less defensible. It always was going to be, but it was worth a try. Yeah. Here come the mutas into the other side. They're going to go after a Thor.
Yep, they come up pretty nicely, but only one of them goes down. And this missile tower's finished, but it should get taken out. Trades itself for a muta, which is alright. And as a planted fortress, this can't lift, it can't run away. The Vikings might be able to come in and save it from the Nucleus, because PengWin's watching. He's going to try and fight this. I'm not sure he can with the with the Ravens there. GG. Okay, hello and welcome to Cloud Kingdom. Game 4, facing elimination. Our first player down the bottom left-hand corner. He is fighting for his tournament life here. It is the captain of my insanity, the Pink Zerg.
My insanity, PengWin.
And his opponent up in the top right, looking to win this game and advance onwards to our semi-finals. We have our Red Terran player.
Risk Gaming, Alceister.
And oh wow, yeah, this is a super fast Rotom by PengWin, and super fast scout by Alceister is going to see exactly what's coming at him. And so, I mean, his response is to go for a CC behind the barracks. This is the Roach Burrow plays. Oh, that's cool. Okay, but Alceister's going to try and E-Blade block the natural, but I'm not sure PengWin even cares about that. He's just going to keep on going through. The thing is, with this second command center, I actually think Alceister's going to be really well placed to defend this, because if he has the units, is the big thing. If he has the units, then if that second command center gets turned into an orbital, then he'll have so many more scans. He'll have literally twice as many scans as he was supposed to. And then PengWin should be in a pretty good spot to... Alceister should be in a pretty good spot to defend it, to play off against the burrow. But if he doesn't turn that into an orbital, if he commits to the defense, to bunkers, then actually I think he'll be doing a little bit worse. And Alceister sees these roaches moving across the map. It's 7 roaches for PengWin, and they're going to get there around 6 minutes 30 when the reinforcements come in, and he's going to try and do as much damage as he can with them with the 2 bunkers. I'm not sure how much he can do. The factory finishing up as well. Is he can just straight up produce a widow mine, or are we going to see an add-on on it first? Okay, we're going for the add-on. This is kind of greedy for Alceister. He's trying to cut a lot of corners while defending this, but the SCVs are up. PengWin. Oh my god, he got that burrow? That was so clutch. I was sure he's going to lose that. But yeah, he's going to burrow that roach as well, and he just keeps on picking off these SCVs while burrowing his roaches down. And misses a burrow on that one. But now he can, with the increased regen rate of roaches, he can... no. You cannot afford to make these kind of micro mistakes. This is much like a blink all-in, only when your stalkers have blinked, they're pretty much immobile and can't attack for a number of seconds. But oh my god, with 7 Marines in the bunker as well, there's so much damage coming out that it's really difficult to burrow micro against this. But PengWin is trying as hard as he can. And he's going to run around. He can pick off these Marines, burrow that one, pick off a few more Marines, burrow that one. And now there's another roach. You can come in here, pick off that, get the last shot on that Marine, or just start picking off SCVs, burrow that one. These 3 unburrow, start picking off a mule, burrow them back again. And this is so annoying, up and down and up and down. It's like a game of whack-a-mole. But there's going to be a scan in just a second here, so he might choose to deploy that. And with the siege tank as well, that's pretty much the end of PengWin's aggression. There's actually still 1 roach here. I think PengWin's going to leave that and hope Alceister forgets about it. But there's a missile turret there, so when that finishes up, I don't know. PengWin seems to just be unburrowing them one at a time. Yeah, missile turret finishes up, and both these roaches get taken out. But behind this, PengWin has macroed up pretty nicely. He's actually got a pretty solid macro lead here. Got his lair up, got a spire up, and he's going for the 2-base muter, which should do quite nicely against what Alceister has come out, which is a Banshee. The Banshee, of course, is going to hit much faster than the Mutalisks, though. So it depends. Alceister, of course, going for the siege tank faster. In the other games, we've seen him prefer to go for widow mines into the siege tank generally, I think. Or in some of the games we have, anyway. Which is better against that 2-base Mutalist style, because, of course, siege tanks don't shoot up, thank God. And, yeah, for now, Alceister only has these 8 Marines for up-shooting units, which is going to mean he's going to struggle against the probably 8 or so Mutalisks we're going to see PengWin put out. So it all depends on how much damage he can do with that. Of course, he's delaying his upgrades for that. He's delaying some of his other tech, say his Baneling Nest, roach speed, but he's probably not going to get roach speed ever. And here we go. How many Mutalisks is it? You see, no Mutalisks yet. Come on, PengWin. 7 Mutalisks, which is a pretty decent number. I'd like to see him go up to maybe 11 or so. I think 8 is a good number of Mutalisks to have for some reason. Maybe at One Shot Worker. I don't recall. But yeah, Alceister, the Banshee going in, did see that Spire. So that's pretty critical. He now knows what he's up against. He knows to put missile turrets up everywhere, and he's putting missile turrets up everywhere. Even so, there's places this Banshee, these Mutalisks can get in and do damage. They can run into the refinery down the natural. This is a really nice place to attack because this high ground location down the bottom of it. And then they pick off the refinery. The Mutalist bounce goes onto SCVs, and what did they kill there? Was that a Banshee? I'm sure they killed something. Yeah, exactly. Here we come. Coming to this, the refinery. Mutalist bounce goes onto SCVs and starts picking those off. That Marine even could get killed off, and he's just dancing backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, and he's just picking off those units and using the Mutalist regen to its fullest effect. At the same time, macroing up at home, getting his 3rd base up. No 3rd CC yet for Alceister, so that's something. With the Thor out, that's pretty much the end of the aggression from these Mutalisks down to the natural anyway. They're going to have to dance around, and it's going to be very, very difficult to find angles in the main. If he kills off this missile turret, he can sort of threaten these 2 refineries up here, but he'll probably lose the Mutalist doing it. Although actually, with more Mutalist reinforcements, he's going up to 12. He can probably kill that missile turret. Dry mouth. And yeah, PengWin's looking pretty comfortable here, but he's going to have to defend this push coming out of Alceister, which is a strong push. One thing Alceister does, which I quite like, that I don't think a lot of other mech players do enough, in my opinion, is he brings along these SCVs with him every time he moves out. And yeah, here we go. The missile turret's gone down. The Mutilus dancing back and forwards, balling up as best they can, trying to threaten these gases. The gases, killing off the gases here, much more important than it is against most bio players. But now he has to move back because there's a bunch of Thors and Hellbats and Marines moving in towards his bases. And what's he got to defend? He's got 6 drones in production. Oh no, 26 Lings, panic Lings coming in here, but with 2 Hellbats, they don't have Blue Flame yet, which is, I mean, it's small saving graces, but Blue Flame's going to be coming in about 50 seconds, just under a minute, or much less than in non-Blizzard time. And the Mutilus is going to try and take this out, but one of them just goes down to enormous volley from the Thors and the Marines. He's going to lose this third base, almost no doubt about this. The Link Command, they just melt in the face of those Hellbats and tanks, and GG, Alceister takes the series.